Hello, everybody. My name is Aaron Bears. I am presenting this project for my class of my Management of Information Systems class at BHSU for my assignment Subject Analysis number 11. I'm doing this project to kind of provide the option of improving Black Hills State University's course registration system for when you try to get yourself into new classes and everything. So let's go ahead and get started. To start out, I want to talk about the purpose of the video. So the purpose of this video is to basically analyze BHSU's course registration system. It's basically a type of system that recommends improvements for making it easier for students to register for classes. I will also be providing different points, 1, 2, and 3 of problem solution wise, how to fix it. And then this video obviously demonstrates how it can help students make better decisions while reducing confusion, stress, and scheduling problems. So to start out with my problem number 1, a lot of our problems, at least for me when I schedule my classes, is scheduling conflicts. Sometimes when people register, classes overlap with other classes that you're taking, or it's even hard to be able to not have a conflict with work if you have a job. It's hard to find time, especially for college students. I feel like we're always on the run doing something, so it's a lot harder to find a time to be able to make it to class and work at the same time. So the solution for this I added was to add a visual conflict alert system. When selecting a class, the system will immediately show any overlapping times. Include an advisor notification feature that suggests the other class. We kind of already have this in a way, like when you register for a class, it will tell you you have like a conflict, which is really nice. But I think also sending notifications to advisors, if the student were to have seen that notification pop up, at least their advisor will see it and let them know, like, hey, I got a notification, you do have a conflict that needs to be changed. So that way, there's like two systems there. Secondly, this one is a lot difficult. I am in a trio group here on campus, so I am able to take classes the first thing for anybody else, which is pretty nice for me. But I'm sure a lot of other people do have classes that fill up quickly, or they wanted to do an online one and they had to do an in-class one. It's just because how busy it was and how many people were able to get into it so fast. It definitely is hard to plan ahead, especially if you're so busy you don't have time to be able to find a course that fits your schedule that's probably already taken up. So the solution for this was to go ahead and add a wait list, and an alert system in a way where it automatically notifies students the email when a seat becomes available, especially for the ones that need to graduate on time. I think this one's pretty smart because that way say you see something you like for sale, like a car on sale, you could send a notification like, oh, it's the price dropped or something similar, That's what I'm trying to say. Let them know, hey, there's a spot open if you want it. I think that's just a lot easier for us to be able to not have kind of that scheduling conflict in a way to where you really need to take this class but you can't because it's filled. So lastly, my problem is limited course information. Here at BHSU, I don't think we have much of limited information. I feel like when I schedule my classes, I can see the professor, the times, where it's at, what days, and what the prereq of what it is and what you will be getting yourself into. I don't think it's too much of here at BHSU, but definitely it could be for other colleges maybe around here in South Dakota. But that's kind of just the problem of it. If this were to have happened, you could have a solution of having additional cards of professor ratings. I think that's really good because I've gone into a couple classes where some professors are a lot more difficult, and I kind of wish that I maybe were to have looked into other professors before I got filled. So I think professor ratings and feedback is really important. I think that one's number 1, I think would be the best. Required prerequisites, that's kind of already on there. Online, in person, that's already on there. Estimated workload per week. I know that could be a lot harder for professors to provide that information, but I do think it will help us as students being able to plan ahead for our schedule, if we do have work or if we have other conflicts going on in our lives. But although this is kind of like a hit or miss with what college you're at, I think BHSU does have a good way of doing this one, so I don't think it's that much of an issue. But lastly, I just wanted to conclude this video of different ways to improve Black Hills State's course registration system and how we can make it easier and less stressful for students to plan their schedules by doing visual conflict alerts with advisors, wait lists, seat notifications, expanded course information. Students can make decisions on avoiding scheduling problems. Me personally, I think these changes would enhance the overall efficiency and user experience of the system, which will then help students achieve their academic goals with some confidence. So that is my project. Thank you.